Yes, I don't think I've ever seen Taylor Swift take punches like the ones that Blade Stabdagger delivered. And Blade Stabdagger, easily the youngest. He's 30 years old, but you know he's an up and coming. He's probably he's the most. He's the one name that's being tossed around with the most promise. He's 6-1. He's only lost one fight, and that was to Andre Zaporizhia, en route to Zaporizhia's tournament win last year back in March. 4-fight winning streak, as you said. Here we see both fighters. Stabdagger in the silver, Torgovets in the, well, I guess off-white with gold trim.
I would consider that more of a gray, but let's just split the difference and go with the black knee pads.
A lighter gray, gold trim, a black belt on Stabdagger. Like a bit of an ammo belt kind of design.
Oh yes, indeed. Looks like he's ready for warfare and fighting and trench mastery of the sort. And right now going back and forth with kicks and a nice trip.
Yes, nice trip, and he goes for the stomp, and Torgovets able to just kind of redirect the foot. I think he just kind of almost halfway just swaying with his body, halfway just kind of redirecting it with his arms, and they go back to the clinch, and Torgovets giving up a lot of height and a lot of reach to Stabdagger. The reach advantage for Stabdagger is 13 centimeters, roughly a half a foot for those of you using the standard system. So Torgovets looking to go with this clinch. Well, this clinch game is going to, I think, be the strategy for Torgovets. Stay close, strike when you can. If you can jam up the punches of Stabdagger, then you're in your own range.
And it's all about the maintenance of control. Back and forth they go with a standing position, and we're going to see the leather. And you know, Matty Matt, when the leather starts growing and throwing, everyone starts falling.
The leather starts growing, so you're talking about actual cows.
Yes, of course. You have to get the feed ready, so you need the grass to grow so they can graze on it. That's how leather starts growing.
Well, yes, I understand. You want the leather to grow, but I mean, they're certainly not wearing cows on their hands. I think that's
well, I mean,
that sport sounds like one that's been made illegal for many years.
The last one I can actually recall taking place was in South Dakota in '73 on an Indian reservation. Of course, we remember cowtow sports.
Yes, I was gonna say, I think that's kind of colloquially it was called the cow punching. I think that's actually when the term kind of developed.
Well, you've never seen Darn in one of the underground cow punching matches. Oh
no! I think Dan Tootin, a good friend of the promotion, Dan Tootin, he likes to keep his history of fighting various animals in the King of the Jungle tournaments. He likes to keep that under wraps. I think there's not a lot of tapes actually in existence of that. I remember the time he told me he punched a mongoose so hard it thought it was a muskrat. I don't know how he knew. I guess he tried to interview the mongoose afterwards. He said he had a lot of drinks afterwards with all the animals.
Oh yes, and as we all know, for Darn, this one's for you, buddy. Praise be, and let's celebrate.
Yes, of course. I think Dan Tootin enjoying the spleen kick.
Oh yeah.
His signature strike that he would go for. Always talking about how he learned where the spleen was in various animals, would just have to use that to target in different ways. Nice counter by Blade Stabdagger. He's kind of on the back foot here. I think Torgovets is kind of pushing forward. Nice knockdown! 3 minutes to go in the first round. Again, both of these, all the fights tonight. 10-minute first round, 5-minute second round, the marathon before the sprint.
And
Torgovets is working this very nicely. He's backing down Stabdagger. This is like, I think he's been off his game here, Stabdagger. Oh, just like that! Oh, and down goes Torgovets!
Oh, God.
A clean left hand and some knees!
That is it. Ring the dinner bell. He's done.
Well, he just punched, rock groined Torgovets and Blade Stabdagger in just under 8 minutes time. Advances. Now that is the thing, Cal. We haven't really discussed it too much. The winners of this fight and the next fight have to do battle a second time in tonight's main event. Blade Stabdagger made relatively, I want to say short work, about medium-sized average work of Mikhail Torgovets as far as the clock goes. He
didn't have to finish the marathon at all. He kept his energy, and that's going to be good. Plus, he's in the first match of the night, which means that he gets the longer rest period.
Matty does, and Blade Stabdagger, there you see 7 minutes and 41 seconds. Will that come into play later tonight? We see that it's almost like it's not quite a beat the clock sort of challenge, but I mean, the opponents, in the back are just watching that. Does it change I think it's got to change the strategy just a bit.